Welcome back to another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. This week we cover, I'm actually back from the dead. Super Series rounds are up for discussion. Wang is almost done with his community service. Shout out to Rainbow Rose as well because she's sick as a dog. And more, come along for the ride.
Ruby opens up. Heyman is back. It's time to do the business.
Now, if you're new to the podcast and haven't listened before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do efforts up Norton Summit, and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. Now, there's a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high that we'll probably shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you. Now, look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your Summiteers. Alex.
Hello.
Frankie.
Hello.
Kashi.
Ciao, ciao.
And I am the Wang. Welcome, guys, and welcome, listeners, to another RADelaide Summit podcast.
Yes, as always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week. Frankie.
All right. Well, my training camp at Queen Laquifa's house has come to an end, and it ended on a bang.
It did, because I saw everything went up in flames up there.
How do you know?
Bed sheets,
no.
dressing
Yeah,
down.
did you just change the
dog.
bed sheets before you left?
The dog. Okay, so story time.
I love it. Listeners at home, all I see, your face
It's
comes
got
off the laptop
fear.
and there's a grin straight
Yeah,
away.
I
I'm
know.
like, this is going to be
Because
good.
it's bullshit,
I know.
right?
All right,
Okay,
let's go.
so first of all, couple of days before I do the handover to Queen Laquifa, everything was going smoothly. It's quite relaxing, spiritual, wind in hair,
Zen-like.
face getting younger, breathing in fresh air, right? Anyway,
Quite cathartic.
one morning I wake up and I go to feed the chickens. Anyway,
Feed the chickens.
to feed the chickens, yeah.
Do that most mornings.
Anyway, I go into the coop. What do you think I see? Two chickens.
Dead.
Like they look dead, right?
Oh,
But
they look dead.
They look dead. Well, their
They
heads
were
are up.
sleeping.
No, they weren't sleeping because I went in.
Did
Normally
chickens
they
sleep?
Where were they?
how-
In
how-
the
they
chicken
sleep?
pen.
in their pen.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I lock them up at night so the foxes don't get them.
Yeah.
So I was like,
so
hang
you
on.
didn't lock up properly.
Yeah, I have to. No, I did. I walked in and this chicken was just like
There you go.
spare. Like I have to show you a video after. Anyway,
okay.
so I go to the chicken. I'm like, fuck. Like I've got blood on my hands now. Like I need to fix this chicken. Chickens.
Did you ask him how he was going, or is it?
I just got the chicken and I was like, I'm just talking. No, so I was like, fuck, what do I do? And because we've had chickens our whole lives, like my mum.
Until your dog came.
No, until my dog came, yeah.
yeah.
I kind of had a rough idea of how to like care for chickens. So I put
CPR. Chicken pulmonary resuscitation.
them, no,
CPR
I put them in the box, and basically for 2 days I was hand feeding them.
Oh, so
I would,
it
like-
was still alive.
Yeah, it was still alive. So I
Right.
was like pulverizing grain in their mortar and
so you're
pestle.
pulverising the chicken.
Queen Laquifa. No. And then I was like getting a syringe and opening their beaks and like
Jesus.
feeding it
Wow,
because
this
it wouldn't
is commitment.
drink.
I would have
either.
just put
I
it in the
like
oven.
this.
I know. I was trying really hard because I didn't want Queen Laquifa to get back and be like, why the fuck are my
So at
chickens
this stage,
dead?
he didn't know anything, right?
Didn't know. Well, he didn't know.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So I'm like trying
he doesn't know.
He does now. And so I'm trying to keep these chickens alive. I am talking to the wife. She knows. But I was like, I'm
You're
not going to
keeping
talk to
here.
her.
Why do you do this?
She does work with animals, so
Yeah.
it was the best chance.
And she was like, oh, maybe I'll get you a number to go to the vet. So anyway, I'm like freaking out over these chickens. And it gets to the last night. And I'm like, okay, one chicken is getting a bit better, so I put it in the coop. The other one, it looks like it's actually about to die. Like
So you put that one in
its
the
head
oven.
is.
you know they're
like
about
that.
to die because when you like move their body, their head stays.
No, it wasn't even doing that. It couldn't keep
Exactly,
its
so
head straight.
he's
it was
all
like,
sorts of fucked.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, holy shit, like I'm gonna get fired from my job. I'm like, life over. Anyway, last night, and I'm also looking after 2 dogs and a cat, right? So the 2 dogs.
And yourself.
And not really.
At this point, that's out the window.
So in my brain, I was like, okay, I've just got 1 chicken to get through the night. If I can just get this 1 chicken through the night, I'll just handball it off and I've got no blood on my hands. Anyway, so Soundman is with me and this is on Thursday night. So Bear has a lot of trouble sleeping and being a normal dog in thunderstorms. So
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Shooting
Yes.
the shooting himself.
So we
So
you
he
chain
went
them up
looking
outside.
for comfort food.
Yeah, well, who knows? So I chain
no.
them up. No, it's not going that way.
I know where this is going.
No. I chain them up outside, right? And then Soundman and I, we go to bed at like, I don't know, 9:30, and I'm like,
Come on,
okay,
that's a late night,
it's just the
guys.
chickens, the cat's in, the dogs are here, like it's all gonna be fine. Anyway, I wake up like slightly about 10:30, and I'm like, oh, what's happening? What's that noise? And I'm like to Soundman, should I bring the dogs in? And then Soundman's like, nah, don't worry about it. Anyway, half an hour later, I just hear this like low grumble, and I'm like, fuck, I need to bring the dog in because the thunderstorm was
that rolled
coming.
in out of nowhere.
And
I
I didn't
didn't know it was
realize, because
coming.
I checked the radar and I was like, okay, you know, because this dog needs to have Valium and a thunder jacket, or else it'll like
fuck
gnaw
is
its
wrong?
teeth off.
Wow.
Like it's crazy. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm naked, but then I put on
Why are we always
Queefers.
naked?
I love like listeners at home. I love that there's these the hands, the ethnic hands, like I'm naked, and the bazookas come out. I'm pretty sure we understand what a naked female is before you thrust
But I'm
thrust
just
with
trying
your
to make
boobs
you feel
out.
like you were there, because it's
started
important to know that I was
I just need
naked,
to know.
right?
It just goes like...
What's that called again?
I don't know.
The boob cannon.
The boob cannon. Yes. The boob
Anyway,
cannon.
so
Anyway, the boob cannons
naked,
are out. Yep.
get out.
Sweet.
I put on my boss's robe and his shoes.
This gets way better. I
Part
love
of the
this.
story. Anyway,
I am here to rescue the chicken.
I like run out and I'm like go outside, open the door, and I'm leaving all the doors open, right? Because I'm just frantic. So then
So the cat got out.
I'll get there.
We can't write this story
I love this.
ourselves.
And so I undo the dogs.
What's this cigarette lighter
I'm
business?
like, I'm trying
I'm doing there.
I'm undoing them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then this dog is like
Same.
whimpering and pamping and shaking. So I like bring it inside. And then this other dog, Zoe, you know Zoe,
Doing backflips.
neurons missing, just like went apeshit and was just like annoying bear. But then because I left all the doors open, the cat went outside, right? And the door was open to the laundry where the chicken was. So Zoe was like almost attacking the chicken. And then Bear ran away because like the thunder was just
Thunderstorm,
freaking
yeah.
out. And I was just like, oh my God, what is happening? Everything is just falling to shit. And it's the last night. Oh my God, I'm going to get
And you
fired.
are on, 60 acres of property, and you're like,
Yeah.
bye dog, bye cat.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And so it was just like trying to round up everybody. I bring them all in, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to light the fire. Key is I'm naked. Right? Well, you know, under the robe.
Burn your nipple.
So I'm like leaning against this fireplace trying to
The
like stroke
dressing
it.
gown.
Oh, the dressing
The
gown catches
dressing
like.
gown is open. The dogs then come over and they're like fighting at each other. They push me into the fireplace.
no.
I get 2nd-degree burns on my knee.
On your boob cat. Okay.
No,
Oh,
on my
that's what.
knees.
Are you sure that's
In-
what it's from on your knees?
Friction
Yes.
burn. No.
And it was like
Not carpet burn?
instantaneous bubbling, so my
Oh.
skin
Oh,
is
overhead.
gone.
I did first aid the other day.
Yeah.
I can assess
Yeah, I
this.
could have been like, really? Anyway, and then I woke Soundman up because I'm
So
like, I
he's
need
just
to-
happily sleeping
I
in his
love
whole
that you are
thing.
sleeping through shit. You would have got to like in your head. You're like listening.
How did you not hear any of this happening?
I'm picturing like you
Were you
doing
sleeping
like
with your
this-
headphones on?
the Stevie Wonder sway. Yeah. Like let
Just the flashlights of the buggy flying through the window.
and you're like, oh, this is a good
so
dream.
is everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Okay.
Everyone's
Chickens
fine.
stayed
But, like,
alive.
I was like, my leg was underwater. Sandman was then like patching me up, and then the dogs are just off its nut.
What time was this
I
now?
got
all
like
before
This was
midnight.
at 2:00 in the morning ish.
cool.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck this shit. But they're okay. The chicken apparently had an inflamed nerve sitting over its ovaries, which were causing it to not being able to stand up properly.
How
and it's
does
all-
that even get
How the fuck does that happen in
diagnosed?
chickens?
I don't know. So I handed all the keys back, and I was like, see you later.
How did you
out of
tell
here.
the chicken? Did you go,
I speak fluent chicken. Do you know when I was younger, I used to sit with my chickens and like imitate them. I know the 3 box of a chicken. You've got the when it's
choy?
laying its egg, right? It's
That's
it's
the
like yeah, it's like a very distinct like
there's something coming out of my ass.
yeah, I know. I know what that's never mind. The second chicken
sinker.
is the curious chicken. You know, if you start approaching it, it doesn't know what's happening. It's just like
Gets its like little swagger on.
you know, very confused. And then you just got the happy chicken. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Queen Laquifa training camp was a bit chaotic. However, I did do 8 ergo sessions over two
work.
weeks. And some of the sessions that I did, which I would
Trainer
like to
Road?
know.
World's greatest training platform?
No, I was just using Zwift. So I was trying to
second
understand.
greatest
It
training
was
platform.
making me do a session where I had to hold 100 and I think it was 70 or 160 watts for 10 minutes twice. So
What's
in
your
two blocks.
threshold?
Sweet
What's your
spot.
threshold in
Sweet spot.
Zwift?
It's 185.
Yeah, sweet
Okay,
spot
so
training.
sweet spot. Yeah.
It was a sweet spot training.
Yeah.
You should
but
be able to
what-
basically sit there all day.
And I was fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't like my heart rate didn't get too high.
That's good.
But something that I noticed is that they made me do the 160 watts at 90 RPM for the first block, and the second block, the minute intervals at 160, I had to go from like 90 RPM to
Back to
60
60.
RPM.
Ooh, cadence.
So
Yeah,
what does that improve?
So you're using two different types of body systems. Is that not correct? Like,
Anaerobic.
yeah. But you're not really using anaerobic because it's not high enough. But
No.
more like strength muscles versus aerobic.
Because I found that the faster RPM was easier than
'Cause you're on
going
top
slower.
of the
Interesting.
gear.
The higher RPM is for your VO2.
Yeah, and my heart rate was higher doing the
Yeah.
the
So
quicker.
Yeah.
engaging
Correct.
your
Yeah.
See, I find the low cadence easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because you're stronger?
Yeah.
Right.
I did
I-
get
My,
a
my
when
muscles are stronger rather than my lungs.
I do
Yeah.
like a low cadence rest. I do like that when it's a high power. Like I seem to be able to
Yeah.
recover in that and then go back up. Yeah.
That's cool.
I
Yeah,
did
so I
get a
found that-
message from the real Chamoy last week after he listened to the episode,
Oh dear.
and it was like, we have a read of this. So now I know we don't want to bring Frankie down for her 30 seconds at 380 watts, but for
370.
comparison, you could have segued to, you know, the real Chamoy's FTP is 383.
Are you shitting
And he
me?
did 380 watts for 40 minutes the other day. The bloke's flying. That's what the real
Did he
Chamoy
just-
wanted me to
did-
say.
So hang on, just for clarity, the real Chamoy talked about himself in fourth person.
Correct.
The bloke's flying.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
But no.
Good on you, mate.
So imagine
It's all
doing,
relative.
Can you fly
imagine
a
doing
plane,
those,
mate? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can either.
it's all
But
relative.
imagine doing that, what you did, those
No.
30 seconds for
For
40
40
minutes.
minutes.
No, and I had like 2 minutes of rest at 90
No, 40
after
minutes
that.
straight.
No,
That's
no
sick
thanks.
though. That's where it's all relative.
No, but it's good. Like I have
good.
the mojo
Good on
back.
ya.
The eating's good, so
good. See,
Starting.
That 160 sweet spot will current FTP will become your sweet spot soon, and then
yeah.
It'll be
well,
200
I
watts.
guess that's the point. I'm
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
different
do you have a
training
power
things.
meter on your bike?
No, I would like to get one, but
Let's get a left hand.
Yeah, lefty.
the real Chamoy is selling some pedals.
Oh, a pedal? Oh,
Yeah.
no. But what
No,
pedals do you
no,
use?
Speed play.
Shimano.
the ones that connect to my
Shimano.
feet.
No, that's speed play.
Anyway.
No update in real estate,
Property.
Yeah.
property.
Well, do you know, I reckon we
Did you
should.
get a house or not?
No.
Okay.
But I think we should start a segment called "What House Did I Go To and How Much Do You Think It Went For?" based
Yeah.
on the specs. Because honestly, it's fucked. But
Maybe
anyway.
you can just be a full-time house sitter.
No, nah. Too much driving.
Well, it doesn't
Too
always have
far
to be
away
at
from my
Lenswood.
parents.
Yeah.
Like I did it at Favour, so and I
You
could
know,
work from home.
speaking of house, you know how I told you to auction 4 houses up from me? The
Yeah.
other day with like 50 people in the street.
Mm-hmm.
The person that lives behind me in that clunker old house,
The
they
dog.
bought it.
Are you?
So
Oh,
now
Yeah,
he's got about 3,000 square meters of property in a big L.
oh my god.
That shitbox house behind
so
you.
he's
so what
he-
the
one
what the
that's-
f is he going to do with it?
just
Like
take the
more
fence down apparently
salamis?
and just more salamis. Yeah.
More zucchinis, more salamis.
They probably
the
just
dog.
live in that one now because the other one's about to fall down.
Holy
you can't-
shit!
No,
Can't do
you
anything
No,
with
it's
that
a
one.
heritage one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that is like super,
Behind-
super.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
He's the
yeah.
same guy that had the wind, yeah?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
taps on my shed. He's, hey, turn the music down.
Yeah, turn the music down.
Is he a wog? Sounds wog.
Actually, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's very much Australian.
It's Hectorville, of course he is.
Hector.
Hector.
But yeah, no, we can do a segment called "Guess How Much This House Is" if you want to incorporate in
Okay,
the future.
give us
but-
the suburb and the
Yeah, let's go
size
to
of
the
the
Oh, you
house.
want to know?
Yeah,
oh,
let's
okay,
give us
all
one,
right,
give us one.
okay.
Yep, let's go.
Woodville
Suburb.
South,
Okay.
Okay, close to the city.
450 square meters,
Yeah.
a 1940s build,
Oh.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom.
750.
1.1.
One more question before you go.
Yeah.
Is it renovated or
Oh,
2B?
yeah. Is it to be renovated?
renovated
Partial. So it's
renovated
got an
to-
updated bathroom in the early 2000s.
Okay, 820.
Oh, it's literally 770.
I
Wang?
said 1.1.
No. It was 805.
Ooh,
Oh, it's
no,
me.
no, no.
It's close to the city.
Yeah.
Good work.
Anyway,
Yeah, wow.
big sad, crazy.
Yeah.
At Woodville South?
Yeah.
What is there apart from NNQ? Like, there's nothing else?
Nothing. There's a hospital.
QEH.
So if you die, you can go to the hospital.
Tempe
That's about
Molly.
it. Oh, and there's my parents' house. So, no, it's a bit mess. But oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm not
That
gonna
is
rush,
insane
so.
for like a suburb that far away.
And the
the
land
city.
size.
It's
Oh, yeah,
tiny.
true.
It's like
450.
2,000 square meter.
Yeah.
$2,000
That's
a
nothing.
square
It's
meter.
nothing.
Outrageous.
I wonder
Yep.
how big my
Anyway.
block is.
We've done a lot on me. Let's move on, please, before I get secondhand
Cash,
embarrassment of
why?
my life.
Oh, yeah.
Cashy.
Welcome back.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
What did you
Misha
have?
last week?
What did I have?
Yes.
A chest infection.
Ooh.
STD.
Does that affect your fitness? Having a
It
chest
does.
infection?
Not at all.
STDs and
Yeah,
chest infections,
STDs too,
all of the
too.
above.
Wow.
No,
hard to-
it was. I could still. I was able to climb, which was good. So I had a bit of sanity. But
We mean
Hang on, climb as in bouldering or like climb on the bike?
So
Okay.
what I did
Climb out of bed.
1st of July, I was like, I came back from Melbourne, and my mate in Melbourne, he's been climbing for years, and he's just like, you just got to commit to it. I'm like, okay, fuck it, $28 a week. I spend more on coffee.
Yep.
Let's just do it. So then, yeah, just been climbing, and my lungs have been alright, and got back on the bike a couple of times this week. I did actually hit almost the magical number too.
Wow.
It's been good.
10 hours.
But yeah, went to Brizzy for some not so awesome news, but that's okay. Life goes on. Then school holidays, and then we are here.
Yes, we are. Beautiful.
So it's good. It's good to be back on the horse.
Yeah.
It's good to see all your
Yeah.
faces.
It was good. It was lonely
Fucks.
without you there.
All right. Wanginess.
Wanginess. Thank you.
Wanginess.
Just
Just
Can't be
half.
hanging no towels on that.
half a. Couldn't anyway. You can hang 3 on yours.
fucking hell. Why do you love his penis?
Everyone does.
No, they don't.
Pretty
It's like a Loch Ness
standard
monster.
week.
What, like a mysterious creature that no one's seen?
Yes, exactly.
Is it real? Don't know.
Haven't seen it.
Exactly. Anyway, go.
Maybe Shepparton this year.
Fucking hell.
Today, what did I do today? Went out and volunteered.
Yeah, volunteer.
Well, yeah, you've been saying volunteering, but it's community service, isn't it?
It's not even community service. It's
Well,
paid
you don't
work.
get paid for
That's what it
community
is.
service.
So this is an NCC crit, yeah?
Yeah, at Winch Creek today. They had a good
Who
turnout.
won?
Not yet.
oh,
You
shit.
don't want to give him pride and place
How was
yet.
how was
Okay.
your? To be honest, it's just actually just the old school cash in hand ethnic work. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well,
You get paid in
what-
cash, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew Spahn and ATO office.
Envelope. Envelope. You hand in the envelope with the cash. It's
Oh,
just
that's
like
amazing.
doing drug deals. So,
So you've heard.
so I've heard. So yeah, went out there today. Good numbers out there actually for a Sunday. They raced the bottom circuit today. That same circuit we used on
Or the Masters.
the Masters,
Ah,
the
that's a good
final
circuit.
final round.
Yeah, I like
So
that. Only time I ever beat Kashi.
Yeah.
every everyone seemed
laughing
to
so much.
seemed to like it. So I got in the 800k this week. I had to do a couple of blockies today as the rain was coming in. I got home
Sorry, Blocky.
Blockies around
around the block.
just to get.
So I
some
needed to
makeup.
do
Is that what
60.
you were doing today?
No, I was going home. I was cooked.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
I
continue.
needed to do 62k to get in my 800 this week, and I got home and I was like 59k, and the rain just started coming down, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Got to do
okay.
3k.
No one's
it's
gonna
not
pull
okay.
you up on it.
No, I
You
wouldn't have
know-
been able to sleep.
As yesterday, quick segue.
We were going to both stop our Wahoos at 99.
And I
do a
got
separate ride.
home and I was like, it's about 96. I'm like, I should go around the block until
just
I
stop
get
at
to
99.
99.
That would piss him off.
That's why, exactly
I comment
why.
on everyone on Strava who does it. I don't give a fuck who they are. I'm like, fucking just ride another 100 meters, you fuck. Like, Garden of Eden does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Purely just for him. Yeah.
Burn Cobloaf, she's the same as me.
Does
She'll
like the status
she'll have
of
to get it.
anger get worse as if it's 99, 199, or like 299?
Oh, 199.
299.
99 is the
Lose it
worst.
At Garden of Eden at a 199
Yeah, I
point.
must have someone else as well. Someone who was like a pro, I reckon. I even commented on his.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so yeah, got in the 821k.
So you're just
21 hours.
ramping up 800Ks?
No, I better do a recovery week this week with the states coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So I better
What do you do
nom
actually-
for that as well.
Quick question. Like, when you do recovery, like, what do you actually do? Because you
doesn't-
still get the Ks up, don't you?
Just not as much intensity on the road.
So
it'll
his
still be the same
20 hours
Ks.
for 800 is 21 hours.
I'll probably do 700 this week.
So do you like spin at like 100 watts or something?
Yeah, what do you do? Yeah.
Not
with
no,
your
200.
Zwifties.
200. Yeah, probably 180. 180.
Maybe
routine.
it's all relative, right? So if your threshold is 160.
Oh, shit.
You'd be spinning at what, 100?
Yes.
Or 80?
Yes.
What?
I'm just going to have to get my laptop charger. Keep talking.
Okay.
What do you need a run sheet? There's a printed one for you.
Just here.
It's just here. You've got one right next to you.
No, as in the...
All
Never
the
mind.
times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Continue.
That's it. Work week, and then had footy on Friday night with Nate. So
Did
that
they
was
get
it.
up or what?
He filled in for under 11, so they got beaten by Modbury.
Hang on.
So
So he played up?
yep.
Good lad.
Yeah. That's about it with me.
What about you, Loch Ness Monster?
I did the 12 and a half hours this week.
Good.
Oi.
Starting to come back.
And I think most of that was on Thursday.
What was on Thursday?
No, sorry, Tuesday. So I did gym Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
I was zooming around, taking kit to everyone, sorting shit out. And then I get a message from this bloke. He's like, in the bouldering studio, is like, I am on my way. So I went, did 2 hours climbing, went home, jumped straight in my kit and did an hour on the ergo. So that was a triple day.
That's right. Yeah.
And then Echelon the next day was horrid, but
Yeah, it
got
would've been
through.
a tough day.
Got through. Chop yesterday for the first time in yonks. That was good fun.
It was a vibe.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Group 2?
Group
Man.
2, we just kept everyone together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reeled in about 76 people from Group 1.
Yeah, thanks to the real shit boy.
Actually, you
And
know
then the
what?
speed went up 8 k's an hour.
That was quite good, actually. It was so funny seeing the egos come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then today, massive shout out, like the biggest Keystone team ride turnout ever today.
Really?
Yeah, it was so good.
How many?
2.
You and Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy. Yeah. No, we had fun. I had 100 k's again.
Nice. Where'd
See,
you
I
go?
would've
What loop
come,
did you
but
do?
nah.
We went Bower Road and then all the way up the coast to Hallett Cove and then across back down Windy.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been delightful.
Nice.
Yeah,
So you
going
had-
to Hallett Cove tailwind was swell.
Nice northerly back.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it would have been.
Smashing along.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good week.
Mm.
Feel heaps better. Sound heaps better.
Mm.
You look fine as
Thank
usual.
you.
Fabulous. Well, moving on to our topic for the episode is the beautiful, wonderful, delicious Super Series.
Can't wait.
It is a good time of year. It really is.
Yeah, is it? How,
It
so
is.
just go around the room. How many Super Series have you ridden?
Ooh.
How many years? I have done 1. Alex?
At least 4, if not 5.
Okay. Yeah, Wang?
4 and
Four?
1, 2 overall.
Yeah.
Just add that
Jesus.
in there.
Just add
I
that
don't
in
think
there.
that was the question, but
No, but I'll just add that in there.
Cashy?
6, maybe?
6. Shit.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, all right. So you would be well versed around like the different rounds that we've got then. So how about we just dissect them all a little bit?
well, they've
Um,
never. This is the second and third year that I think it's all been the same in a row.
Yeah,
except
I
for the
think
secret
so.
round.
Yeah.
When I first started the Vic Park circuit, which is round 1, we used to get to go out onto Wakefield Street.
Yeah, I
Oh, the
like
XL
that.
course.
circuit.
Two
That
hot
was-
dogs.
Was the best.
It was just
Eh?
brutal.
the hot dog. So
you
you
go out onto the road,
out onto the road.
back onto it.
Yeah.
Good circuit.
Yeah, that means you have to turn more than 45
2 hot
degrees.
dog circuit.
Yeah,
2
so you
hot
know where you
dogs.
go down the back straight in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you'd go out onto Wakefield Street to a hot dog, go
Yeah,
all the
no
way out
thanks.
towards
So
the
good.
roundabout, hot
No,
dog.
but you could use the chicanes
Yeah.
with
What is
the
that?
racetrack. Like there was like
Turns.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
super. Like that little bit was nice and flowy.
If you like
Yeah.
doing 1,000 watts and then 600 watts, 1,000 watts.
No,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's fine.
Yeah,
So
that was a
the
good
first
circuit.
round is the Vic Park crit. So
Do we even know
are
what
the
we
thoughts?
Yeah,
circuit
that's a
they're
very
using?
good question. We don't know which circuit it will be, but
I'd say the large
oh,
one.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I really like that. It's very flowy.
Do they have access to that?
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah?
nothing there.
There's nothing happening during that time?
Nah.
Did you do it last year?
Yeah.
How'd you
Oh,
go?
no.
Do you remember?
No, it was cancelled, wasn't it?
No, there was
Did
no
they do
rounds
Vic-
cancelled.
they didn't do Vic
Only
Park
round
last
that was
year?
Didn't do
cancelled.
Vic Park,
They
that's
didn't
right.
do
Yeah, they
Vic
didn't do
Park.
Vic Park.
Only round
last
that was
year.
cancelled last year was Gawler.
Yeah,
fuckers.
okay.
So we're all comfortable with Vic Park.
Well, I think so. I think the
Raced
kind
it
of
a couple
training...
times, eh?
It's just a standard crit, right? So the kind of training that you would want to do would
the
probably
large
be
circuit. Have you ridden
sprints,
that?
rest, sprint, rest, sprint,
The
rest, right?
biggest key difference here is now that you're in a team and you're
Yeah.
actually working as a
with
team.
someone. So
Yeah.
you would want to
Yeah.
have like some kind of team
It is
tactic.
round 1, so you're going to work out who's feeling good and who you're working for, probably.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, it's going to be good.
Have you ridden the large circuit, Frankie?
No, I've just like gallivanted around on my own.
Okay. Well, you've
So
ridden
not
that.
raced. Bit nervous because obviously my form's
Why?
not as good as what it was last year.
No.
But
You'll be right.
any tips? for racing the big circuit?
If we're racing the big circuit,
Do
you
your
can literally
turns
take your brakes off your bike.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
They are completely
Yeah.
not
Because it
required.
takes
That-
out that bottom
That
corner.
bottom corner
Yeah.
is shit.
Yeah.
I remember
love that bottom corner.
last year when I think it was the back end of the summer crits, like when they resurfaced that end,
Yeah.
so many crashes were happening.
Yeah, there was
And
a
it's
couple
just-
of like shitty ridges and stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's
if you're
just not
coming
a
from
vibe.
the far back straight across,
you're attacking it at a
it's so
straight
good.
angle.
Yeah.
So
It's really good.
I've ridden that corner probably how long I've ridden a bike, almost 10 years. And last year I finally hit my pedal for the first time ever on that corner.
yeah.
So you were going hot.
Real
Yeah.
Real Chamoy hit his pedal today with speed plays.
That's because he
on
rides
that
like a
bottom-
211 mil
So
crank.
come down to finishing straight, and then
I actually
on
thought
that
about
bottom
getting
corner.
170s for my bike.
Yeah, I was
So
like,
pedal
how did
through
you
it.
hit your pedal with speed plays? If you had normal pedals, you'd have crashed.
Advice?
Yes.
Suck the shit out of a wheel. Absolutely just sit in the bunch. Like,
But I would do that for all of them.
if you...
But that's okay.
The idea, and I remember getting this advice when I first started, sit in the top third of the race. You don't want to be right at the front. Sit in the top
Yeah.
third of the race and then just sit there.
That is how I won my first crit.
There you go, done.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
work
simple.
out the wind
Keep it simple.
direction so that you're doing your turns with the tailwind.
see, I'm built like a sail. So if we were going downhill in a tailwind, I would win because I got lots of.
So you work that out
Service
before
area
you
at the
start
top
the
here.
race.
Anyway, so round 2 is the Bend Motorsport Park, which is 2 rounds,
Big
the
fan.
TT and a road race. So
TTT.
Kashi is a very big fan of the TTT time trial.
No,
No,
the
the
road
road
race.
race.
The road race.
Oh, the road race.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was very good last
It
year.
is.
That
It
was
is a
very much like
what is it?
rolling
You
hills.
don't fully understand how long that straight is, do you? It goes on for a long while.
Yes.
because you won last year, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
And I went from the second last corner.
Yep. Fuck.
So it was like dumped it
Like
because
2Ks.
Gussie and all the guys were playing silly buggers, and I was like, I got a little bit of a gap, and then dumped it, and then
Were
went.
you the chosen rider?
Nah,
No.
We didn't have a chosen
we didn't have a
rider.
chosen rider.
So you just like flapped it.
well,
Well, no, to see how everyone was going in round 1.
the idea was like, I guess because we'd been riding forever,
Yep.
like all of us have a good enough crit experience where you go, okay, at least make sure at least one person is in a move. If 2, more preferable, right?
Yep.
So then you get a bunch of people up the road where you got a couple, And if everyone goes up the road from all the teams, then it's nullified in the bunch, and then they'll let that group go.
Can you tell me why wouldn't you just want like your whole team to just have your own breakaway and like?
It's never
They
going to
won't
happen.
know, the rest of the race won't let that happen.
Yeah, no way.
Because there goes all the points for the round to that one team.
Right. Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
why it's a one
in
or
theory,
two
but
rider
would
like
never happen.
Yeah, in
preference, or to try and make that happen. Or if there's a couple other teams represented, you need to get someone in there as well.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Happened in the pro ranks years ago. Remember when Quick Step went 1, 2, 3 in Paris-Roubaix?
Yes.
Yeah. And then also, remember...
Jumbo did it last year, I
Remember
reckon.
it was Ineos and Tinkov did
Yeah.
it with Sagan and... Who was that?
Doesn't have
chopped
it.
off.
Doesn't happen.
With
It's
Froome
pretty,
and
pretty
stuff.
rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon would be the best type of training for the Bend, that round?
So the team time trial is, what is it, 7 minutes ish?
Yeah.
At just full tilt. It's a
Just
super
go
threshold
whatever you
effort.
want.
Yeah. There's no getting out of that easily.
Yeah.
So, and then the road race, again, it's about if there's a move up the road that's all represented, you just get to sit in and roll
Have
around.
them. Yeah. Okay.
Could be an easy race for
Yeah,
you.
if the brake doesn't let go, it's going to be on and off all day.
Yeah,
So
okay.
your over-unders are probably going to help,
Yeah.
as is general FTP increase, really.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
There's heaps very underrated course to not pedal. Because people pedal all the... Like there is so... Because it's such... Like
Rolling hills.
It's
So
rolling.
rolling, yeah.
You can just... I sucked so much wheel that whole race. It was
Yeah.
like any chance I had, tuck... Sounds a bit shit, but like as soon as you can get like some sort of aero tuck in there
Yeah.
and save you watts and fuel, because it's like for us it's what 90 k's,
Yeah,
100
yeah,
k's.
it's 9 laps or something,
Yeah.
10 laps. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
a
so
lot
we were in the
big
break
day.
for what was like 80 k's, 85k break.
I was just
I remember
patrolling.
my race last year, so Masters 1, there was like 4 bunches in front of us. And we had like riders in everything all the way down to the main bunch.
That's sick.
So everyone's like, I don't know what we're actually doing.
It's so deceiving on that track as well, where you think the brake
Yeah,
is
it's
not
just
far
there,
up the
but
road.
there's 7 corners
But
away.
yeah, correct. There's 7 corners. When you come up over the hill, like, oh fuck, they're actually probably 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to where they're at in like. So you do have to know the course a little bit.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Just keep your training consistent. And I don't know if you can do it in Zwift. Can you put events in Zwift that you're working towards?
No.
Okay. So in Trainer Road, if you go up road race,
Yeah.
it'll work everything backwards from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get
Greatest
that.
training platform ever.
All right. So round 4.
Come on, Nate, you fuck.
Surely they're going to sponsor us.
Round 4 and round 5, this is the one I'm most nervous about, and I'm considering just being like, sorry, I'm sick.
Now the roster's filled out, mate.
Yeah, so this is the Copper Coast. So we've got the road race in Wallaroo, which I believe that has the gravel, which I'm not keen for. And
Best weekend of the year.
Also-
It's the only reason why I do Super Series.
then really?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no,
What
that's
is
a
so
lie.
good
I
about
love
it for
racing,
you?
but
It's just good
this
to go
weekend
away.
is just nice to go away, get away from the city,
Yep.
just spend a nice weekend.
Boys' weekend.
Yep.
It's usually just me actually being a dad, chilling with G, to be honest.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Nice.
I
Sound man,
really
you
want to
coming
tell the
up with
story
me?
from last year, but I won't.
what story from last year?
Well, we met up. You rode from Moonta to us, and we rode
Oh,
back
yeah,
with
we
you,
can't-
and we got swooped by a magpie
That's
in the
right.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, a certain
It's like a fucking vulture.
certain friend of the
No,
podcast
no.
who always attracts him.
Because I've been watching Harry Potter, he who must be not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was
Oh,
funny.
yes.
Yeah.
I shall not be named.
was
But
getting so angry.
Anyway.
The gravel is not that bad. It's just
No.
the turns. You just need to be mindful of the turns.
Correct.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
going straight, supple, go. Beautiful.
Until you turn.
And it's just like another crit? The road
Moon to
run?
crit?
Moon to
The
crit's
Moon to
wild.
I love
It's an easy
Moon.
Is that around a block?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just you got
2
to
blocks. Yep.
2 blocks, yeah.
watch that bit where everyone pushes each other in.
Yeah,
Note to yourself.
stay on the inside.
All right, and then we have got round 6, which is the
Oh,
secret
yes, we do.
location, which was
Secret.
announced as the Kermies on the Old Freeway. I am not. This is probably what
I'm
I'm
not going to be here
least.
for this one.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
so
seen
glad.
Why?
I
Where are
am-
you?
I'm turned 40, mate.
You're going to Bali, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to Bali.
I'm not a climber,
Never been.
right? This is going to be terrible. It's going to be just shit.
But you know, there's a
There's a
downhill
lot of
section as
people
well.
in the race too that also aren't climbers. So you've just got to get in there and give it a shot and just
Yeah.
see what happens.
So, what would the best training be for a Kermies
Remember, you
climber?
can't
Go and
train
ride
for
the course.
every single round. You've got to pick a round that you think is your strength.
Oh, well, definitely not this. So I'm just going to.
and then be working towards that.
Right. So just ride it and die.
I think for you that you actually did quite well at Unley, so we'll get to that. Like you had a fair crack last year at Unley. Was it last year or the year before?
It did, and you know, it was because I didn't realize I was on the last lap that I gave up. If I didn't know, if I knew it was the last lap, I would have kept going. Anyway, let's get to that in a second.
But I'm also not looking forward to the freeway course.
Look at the size of it. You'd be fine.
That doesn't mean shit.
we ain't found shit.
I went
Yeah.
up there the other day at 150 watts and it hurts. And we're going to be, what, 600?
What are we doing? Yeah. I can't
You've
wait
got
for
some
this
big
round.
hitters as well that would be climbers. I think I know. I don't know what his name is. Keystone Team, new rider that you said was, you know,
Oh, fourth
Small and
person.
what-
the
yeah.
Russian
Teenage
line.
Mutant Ninja
For-
Turtles.
that you know he's a climber. Surely,
Callum.
Yeah. Well, we're not supposed to say his name, but
Oh,
anyway.
I don't know his pod name.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he would be pretty good going up the hill.
He'll go
Anyway,
right.
doesn't
Yeah, he'll
matter.
go right. He'll
As
stay in the
with
bottom.
Donatello.
Yeah. Anyway, and then round 7, we've got the East End Criterium.
I fucking love this
Not
course.
keen again.
You
I'm not
did-
keen for
You
all
did
of them.
really well.
corners.
As soon as you worked out how to go around the corner, you were onto it.
Yeah, because last year Alex was spent 5 minutes being like, all right, now this is how you turn a corner. Do not look at the road. Look at the post office.
Well, like look
Yeah.
up the road where you
Look
want to
up,
go.
yeah.
Always
Yeah.
That's
up the
right.
road. Same as when
And, you
you're
know, I had people that like fell around me. I remember he even got it on camera. It was great. Not
Yeah,
great.
in the elite there was heaps of
But
crashes.
do you know what?
Yeah.
The thing that I struggled
Had
with
someone
that
crashing, right?
round was the stop and starting. I fatigued myself so quickly.
Hmm.
So how do you avoid fatiguing yourself around these 180 degree
Because
it's a hot
turns?
if you're at the front,
Yeah.
towards the front, the fatigue is less. Because if you're
The
towards the
yo-yo
back,
effect is
it's like an
massive.
elastic band.
Yeah, so you got to slow
Those people
right
are already
down.
out of the corner and already coming down the straight, doing 40k an hour, and
Yeah.
you're still
You've
coming
gotta-
around the corner.
Yeah.
I feel like you either got to be at the front or fucking dead at the back.
Yeah.
So you can like
roll up to the back of the bunch.
Yeah.
And you need to be confident
Forget I
enough to
said that.
actually carry some speed into
Speed
those
through that
turns
corner.
because the
Yeah.
slower you go, the faster you have to accelerate
Yeah,
out.
because I was
power,
okay
yeah,
with like
yeah.
sprinting to meet up with the crew, and a lot of people were getting dropped off the back. But I reckon the last 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I just
That's because
lost it.
Mama Brogues was there. We were all cheering from the side, weren't we?
Yeah, she was. She
It's a good
was.
vibe there at the East End
I do
too.
like East End.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, that's probably what under overs training.
It's on off, yeah.
On, off,
it's
all
really.
the-
Really,
on, off.
all of this would be under overs.
Most racing
like
is, mate.
going
apart from a time
above your
trial.
threshold, then coming
The
down
road
to
races
recover.
are like Wallaroo, the Bend road race, are probably more depending on where you're at actually in the race.
Depending
If you're
how
in a
the
break-
race turns
Yeah, exactly.
out.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one we've got the only oval reserve crit.
Oh, fast. I do like it. It's all high speed.
It was a
It
short
is.
race last year for us.
Yeah, because it rained, didn't
the
it?
real Chamois
Nah, because
walked.
the real
in.
Chamois lapped us.
Oh, that's hilarious.
breakaways. It was
Didn't
after
Green
20
Eggs and
minutes
Ham
we were out.
go
It was
down
good.
and then
Yeah, you
get
beat
back
Green
in?
Eggs and him.
Yeah, Green Eggs and
Oh,
Ham was
that's a
there.
bit
There was
of
a
a-
couple of
That
others.
pretty
on
much
break.
makes the real Chamois Pro.
So, yeah,
That's
he's,
hilarious.
Not to piss in his pockets, but he would say this in fourth person anyway. But he's flying. But he's a freak though.
Yeah.
So,
Why isn't he pro?
life?
Yeah,
too old.
just can't hack it. I hope you're listening.
He's not that. He's not that good.
Yeah. But yeah, last year, like you said, I found this the best. I'm not sure if it was because it was like, you doing all the rounds beforehand, your fitness is great. But it was ended up being a breakaway, and then I chased down a breakaway,
You did.
and then brought the bunch back, and then I died.
Did it rain in yours last year?
No, I didn't.
No,
It
no.
didn't.
Whose race did it rain in?
The
Elite?
Cat 1 men and then the Elite women, I think there's
That's right.
rained.
Yeah,
And they dried the track out nicely for us.
yeah, it was good.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah,
Apart from
I'm
the speed
scared.
race. That's
You're
pretty
scared.
shit.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm a
after
bit
we've
scared.
discussed it, anything that's fancy that you are looking forward to though?
Yeah.
Or define
Like,
fancy.
Like what's something that's actually like that's
What
the
tickles your
race I'm
fancy?
going to do well in.
Vic Park crit and Unley Oval.
I like it. Bookended.
Yes.
Book
Catchy?
ended.
Yeah, bookended.
So both ends of the Super Series.
I like it
yeah,
both
bookended.
ends. So sorry. I'm sorry.
you're not allowed to even go, I'm not sorry, because you're like, hey, I'm not, just joking. I'm like, you're not. You fucking love it.
Kashi?
Ooh, the bend and the copper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moonstar's probably, I've got the
some-
fear.
Yeah.
I just need to get in the
gotta
break.
get in.
Something-
And I know what
demons
you
out
are.
of
You're
your
going to say freeway
Yeah, freeway definitely.
because you're already talking about what's going to happen.
Actually,
What is gonna
and
happen?
Unley.
No, we're not
Freeway.
giving away our secrets.
Oh, okay.
Freeway, hopefully I'll I'd like a podium at
Yeah.
at the freeway one.
And I would
Yeah,
like to
lean
see
enough.
myself East End or Unley. Like,
Yeah, Unley.
I'm looking
Podium.
forward to
I like
the TTT with us as well.
Ooh.
Okay, who do you think the strongest team is? You can include your bias if you want.
The
Oh,
strongest team
actually-
for Elite is Villawood.
Yeah, they always are. They always. That's you know what? Actually, one thing I really respect out of those guys, they like out of. They can switch on and switch off, and by that I mean they can go to the pub and have a beer, but as soon as they get their jerseys on, it's fucking race time, and I really respect that. And they've been like that for years and years and years.
Petite Premium loves a beer or
oh,
two.
he
yeah.
does.
Hates
He
a
loves
beer,
a
right?
jug.
He loves a
It's
jug
not
or
a bad
two.
day.
No, but they're all good. Like they are good lads.
Yeah.
Like they just
Get the job done, have a beer.
yeah, but not even just that. But like they race hard, and I really respect that.
Okay,
So, yeah.
cute. Villawood,
But
we
we'll be
respect you.
We'll be competitive. And I don't even know how many teams are going to be in
Will be a
Elite.
Cervelo team.
No, it's all Villawood.
Yeah.
Is there a rocket team?
No,
What?
we
Don't you
we
say
can't talk about
things.
that on this podcast.
Yeah.
I want to.
A kaboom.
Not last year because Garden of Eden was with Villawood. The year before he was still with us. Keystone.
Yeah.
Yes, Keystone, yeah.
He shouldn't have been in Masters 1. He was riding elite level, and we were at Unley, and just for shits and giggles, like he's sitting on my wheel. He's like, go around this next corner and then drop the wheel. So we dropped the rest of the bunch and then he went around me and took off. And you should have heard the uproar behind us just to cause shit because he was riding so well.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what do you mean cause shit? Like people were angry, like he was
yeah, because I
sandbagging?
deliberately dropped the wheel so that
Yeah.
we could cause a break and then he rode over to
Yes.
Oh, is that illegal? That
No,
sounds
it's
illegal.
classic blocking. It's great.
So
well
both
within the
you're
rules.
both in Keystone team. He
Yes.
was in, and then you slowed down, and then people couldn't get around you.
Yeah, so we let a break go away and then he just
Actually, I don't know what the rules are for you to
Nah,
get disqualified.
you know
in
what?
he
something.
wouldn't get
Nah.
disqualified. He's deliberately
I've
causing
seen
shit.
Petite Perennium do that many times in crits, and I learn a lot from him. So shout out.
Happens all the
That's
time.
cool.
It's good.
All right, moving on. So I think you've got some notable mentions there, Cashy. and
Yeah.
Emma.
Before you
just-
jump into this, let's talk about what's happening in the Tour de France Femmes.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a stage
last night up the Tourmalet. I think that's one of
Tourmalet.
the first time the women have gone up the
Gourmet.
Tourmalet, I believe.
Yes.
So-
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Demi Vollering just tore them all a new one.
And like left ABV for
Fuck,
dead.
she's held 40.
She's almost 40, yeah.
I think she is 40.
I want to be that fit
So
at 40.
You
AVV
can.
for a 40-year-old is going well. Cassia Niewiadoma.
She almost got the win. I thought she was almost there, man.
I love her. But yeah, Demi,
Love her.
time trial tonight. I think Vollering will. Yeah, she's got like a minute and a half.
The racing's been good.
Even though there was a bit of uproar with Vollering in the SD Works earlier in the week.
Oh, yeah, with the...
With the car motor pacing her back on after the puncture and then going around another rider into the dirt, and then the SD manager was like, fuck, I don't give a fuck, so they kicked him off the tour.
Yeah, I know, right.
Oh, wow.
And
Is
then,
that Magnus Backstead? No, he doesn't.
nah, he's with
The other
Ken
team.
Enstrom.
That's right.
And they gave Vollering a 20-second penalty, which was fuck all in the scheme of things.
I heard our local Pate had a bit of bad luck stage 1, maybe. Caught up behind a couple crashes, then crashed herself.
Oh.
Got back on every time, though.
Of course she did, because she's strong as an ox.
Yeah.
They're riding for Anna Sundström, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Sort of.
She's 7th overall, so
That's good.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Sweet.
So
Be happy
they're
with that.
doing the job for her, which is good. Update on Declan as well. Spoke to Chelsea during the week.
amazing.
Thanks
people,
for the message during the week, Chels.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
quite lovely.
Was good. So yeah, had his surgery on his knee on Thursday, I think it was. So all good. Repaired the patella, and I think he also did his PCL
Oh,
as well.
What's
so
a
they've
PCL? Sounds like a sandwich.
something.
ligament.
Something cruciate ligament, posterior cruciate ligament. I think.
Anterior and posterior. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Don't
ACL
quote
and
me on that.
PCL. So yeah, done his PCL. So they've done all that, and then they've done a bit of extra surgery on his face, just to patch it
Poor
up a little
bugger.
bit more. So he is all good and home. So now starts the rehab road for him. So, but he'll be back out on the bike before we know it. So once again, sending well wishes to Declan
man.
and the fam.
Get well soon.
Hope the head's okay too, mate, because that's a pretty big thing to recover
Yeah,
from.
I saw some photos of the car and his helmet, and yep, helmet did its job. That is for sure. So, also just a quick shout out to the Aussie boys as well. Kellogg's, Green Eggs and Ham, Deck the Balls, whoever else has been on here. The World starts
The squad itself.
next week.
Yeah.
So they are in.
Is Georgia racing that bloody sweet ride of hers too?
I'd assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a delightful one.
They're in Dublin now, ready for the World.
Dublin.
So, good luck to those boys in team suit. Hopefully, see them rip it up.
Yeah,
No doubt they will.
lovely. Keystone making the podium today. NCC crits, the real Chamois.
He did.
If the real Chamois could talk about himself, he'd say that he
Being
went
the
pretty
fourth
well.
person.
He
fourth
does like
person.
talking about
I
himself.
did pretty well. The
He
real
did.
Chamois came third. The real Chamois is flying at the moment.
He was on
Your
the
friend and mine, real Chamois.
He was on the attack as usual, pretty much all day. So little 5-man
Alex,
break,
didn't you
slipped up
say
the
you
road.
saw him?
I was riding home and I was like, that's the Keystone jersey. I'm like, yeah, that's probably the real Chamois.
Nick off the front. Oh, who would
How
have
about
thought?
that?
Yeah. I've never seen that before.
Notable mentions. I like to give myself a notable mention
Yes.
for going up the summit this week. 21 minutes.
We'll get to
Delightful.
That's in the handpick, mate. You jump in the gun.
Mention. All right, Wang.
Alrighty, so let's jump right into it. The main reason we exist. Let's see who's been spinning up the summit this week. Check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. You might be the fast guys. It may be the slow ones like Kashi.
Yes.
It may be everyone in between. But
21 minutes is not slow.
but like we said, we'll dive into their rides and
listening to
data a
an
little bit
audiobook.
robustly. And then we'll see who and what has caught Frankie's
No,
eyes.
it's who and what's caught the Wang's eyes
It's caught
today.
my eyes this week.
Hey.
Whose eyes?
Cassia Niewiadoma caught my eyes on the leaderboard with some hand-picked times with some fun and analysis.
Alex.
Oh, like we haven't piped this bloke up enough. in the
Nah, let's
last
just not
5
even talk
minutes,
about it.
But the real Chamois.
I do have some news about this.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So before he went up, because his in-laws
Spill
are
the tea.
here at the moment,
Oh, are they?
And I think he went out for lunch prior to doing
Oh, so
this.
he's
This was
heavy.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Had the day off Friday. Had a little bakery lunch before.
Salad.
So, a glass of
It was
water.
a pasty and a sausage roll. Well,
Key to
he,
success.
he got to see the pasty and the sausage
did he
roll
really?
again
Oh,
at
yes.
the top of Norton Summit.
Why?
vommed.
That's such
Because
a
he
waste.
vommed.
He had a
What?
vom.
Just pick
You've
it
gotten
up.
close.
Yeah,
must
you
have
have
got close.
I
I
have
did.
seen
Yeah.
that too.
I did,
yes, you
yeah.
have
A
got
nice
close.
little vom after
Yeah.
this effort up the top of Norton's.
Oh, so this effort at 12 minutes 35 seconds, 394 watts.
Nah,
100
I
and-
call BS on that.
Yeah,
power.
his power pedals have been underrating by quite a bit.
No,
so
I just think yours is
it's
fucked.
a part.
Yours is fucked.
Mine's SRM,
No,
mate.
it doesn't. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's I've seen it. It's CRM. It's a fake conversion.
CRC. It's
I've
stuff
seen,
you pour in the
I've seen
sink.
the Wilshire
Yeah.
Boys data with compared to the Wahoo kicker on Zwift, and it's about 20 watts lower with his pedals. So
So
which
you're
one's wrong?
saying
the
415
Wahoo.
ish.
Yeah, he's
Well, he's
pedals-
heavier than me,
pedals on
so he's
his-
got to be doing
on his
more
actual
400.
bike.
Yeah,
In
but isn't it
real life
169 beats per minute? 50k ride, 56k ride. Anyway, kudos to you. Yeah,
Good work, yakety yak.
and it's been a little while. Savage Sweet Potato is back with a 1710 as part of a 33k day. 238 watts, 167 beats per minute.
Is that today?
That was on the
I
26th.
saw her coming down the summit today,
Yeah.
actually. What? Oh, that's the code word
Yes.
for...
Yes.
Yeah, that's the code word for please pass me because my laptop
sorry.
died.
Ah, it's a shoot.
All right, so moving on to the men's bracket, we have Mumbo number 105, who's done a 1330 on an 89 kilometre ride, 330 watts of power. Well done. Then we have Nutbush City Limits, who's done a 107 kilometre ride with a 1331.
Oof.
PB of 1407, so it's bet their PB by 4%.
Oh,
so
it's
well
PB.
done. Yeah, PB.
Well, it was
Really?
actually like 30 odd seconds.
Yeah,
That's
by
a
a
big
lot.
PB.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've got Epstein by the third, who has done
He's
a
back.
1355. So
He took
on a
the win
95
today as well.
Yeah, 95 kilometre ride. So 172 beats per minute. Good work. Mitosis has done
that one.
a 111 kilometre ride. Did a 1356, 178 beats per minute with 369 watts of power. Good work. And then we have Potato Farmer Wants a Wife, 108 kilometre ride. All these are hundreds. My God.
Yeah, that's easy.
Well, I'll just stop at 99.
Don't do it.
Has done a 1423 minute Norton with 10% off their PB of 1302. So
Yeah, they do.
congratulations,
He
you
goes
big
all right.
hitters. Next we've got Kashi, who's
Oh, the
going to be
women's.
going through the
It's
women's.
the women's bracket. What is this bracket?
It's a random.
Just a vibe.
Just random.
Okay, let's
Yep.
just go with the vibe. The vibe of Norton.
Is this
Yeah.
what your dad came up
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It
So
is.
to preface
Yes.
the
Names.
with? Names?
yes, the handle names.
The rock,
It's-
yeah.
This is
Rocco.
courtesy of one Dad Larizzo.
Yes.
What's his name?
Rocco. It's very wild.
Of course it is.
It's
Is your dad's name Rocco?
name. Yeah.
Rocco Laritha.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's
I know.
so
Could
good.
not get any
His
more
phone
chalk
number
if you
is
tried.
0.
Shout out to Rocco. Give us some of your salami. All right, let's go. So, first off the ranks, we got brown eye for a straight guy. Where Rocco?
That's
I
a
like
good-
that.
That is a good one.
That's bad.
No,
I was
that's
like,
not.
Dad,
No,
is
no.
that like a little bit inappropriate? Like, is it maybe a little bit?
Nah.
You're asking your dad if it's
That's
inappropriate.
full Australian. Like, oh, bloody old mate gave us a brown eye when we were like riding
Yeah,
past.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, with a 17:49 on a 24k.
I haven't
pace.
seen this girl
good.
around for a
She's on
while.
the track, mate.
Yeah, but
track.
I haven't seen her
Yeah,
in
laying low.
Adelaide.
Yeah, she's been there. I think she lives in the hills these days. Anyway, we're 228 average watts with 177 beats per minute. Huh. Yeah, that is working.
Frankie's resting.
Yeah, I know, right? Just easy.
Yeah.
Second off the ranks, we got a little bit of a favourite there. Wahooligan there with an 18:10.
Oh, she's back.
She's a runner now.
What?
She's a runner now.
What is...
She's done 50k, just over 50k this week of running.
Jesus Christ. 25k ride.
Do more in running.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 224 watts. Yeah, multiple bed, no heart rate. Third off the ranks, we've got R2DI2.
Another
Yeah, she's good egg, actually.
lovely lady, this one.
With an 18:29 79k ride. little bit off her PB of 16:22. No heart rate, no data. That's okay. She's a good egg.
Surely that bike has a power meter.
Surely.
She's got 2 bikes.
If she's riding the old
So she
Petite Perineum.
She raced that today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she's also got a soloist.
Okay. What are you? We got 4th off the ranks. I need a hard one. Is this a Rocco special?
Is that what Olga said?
Oh, yes. With a 20
On the train.
Yes. With a 22, 28, 41k ride. No
She's
power,
a young
no data,
junior, this
but,
girl.
Young junior.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Good work, Anita.
She's in that girls' team, the guest picks.
Ah, yeah, they're all in that team.
Yep. Love it. And last but not least, we got Farts Are Us. Okay. With a 23:41, 52k ride.
23:14. Yeah.
Sorry, 23:14. I don't want to take those, how many seconds off?
30.
Yep, that'll do. With 182 average watties and 163 beats per minute. So just chilling there, moving some wind. That's about it. Like it. Good work, Rocco.
Before we jump into the amazing hand pick, I just back on the notable mentions, just want to say thank you to one of the mums whose son made it on the pod last week in the Northern Times.
Yes, yesterday.
That makes us feel very warm and fuzzy.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that
Were
was-
they having a competition with him and his brother?
Now there is a competition
there is
with
a
your brother to
competition.
see who can get into that bracket. Yeah.
Right.
I love that shit.
Yeah, that's what we strive to do here.
It was lovely, actually. Seeing even the look on her face was just like...
This was a
I know.
contour yesterday.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Oh, that's wholesome.
yeah, it
and she
was.
recognised you. That's cute.
Yeah, it was really
Okay.
nice.
I saw them
Yeah.
today on the.
They've
on
been
the
trying
ride
to
home.
get, the boys have been trying to get on the pod for a while, and I was like, Frankie picks the brackets. I can't get it happening every week,
Soz.
but
Yeah.
That's fine.
that's
great.
awesome. Thank you for that.
Good family.
Another notable mention. We have a special birthday today. Mr.
Oh,
Soundman.
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 Maybe we'll sing happy birthday at the end.
to you.
He's taking off his shirt.
The wang is coming out of a cake later.
My wang or Alex? Me the wang or Alex's wang?
Why not do both?
Why
How
not?
do you say it?
Someone's a snake talker.
Wow. I think you're the snake
Yeah.
charmer over
Snake
here.
charmer.
That escalated quickly.
I am a snake
Happy
charmer.
birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday.
How old?
21.
32.
Ah, you don't look a day over 40.
Cat 1 master.
Yeah, tried.
Nah.
No.
Maybe when he gets back from his fucking stupid walk around Europe.
Can you just pass your mic over there so Samman can just give us a little bit of an update of what he's about to go on?
Yeah, tell us.
Why are you leaving us?
Yeah, why are you leaving me?
Well, that's obvious.
You killed a chicken!
The last 2 weeks have been too traumatic for me.
I am out.
I saw what that did to her. That's enough. No,
Choked a lot of chickens.
I'm a friend of mine from Sydney who I used to ride bikes with when I was living there. He's getting married. His partner's from the Netherlands. So I was invited to the wedding. I decided, going to Europe, might as well do something while I'm there.
And you
apart from
came
just
up
go to
with
the wedding.
walking.
And I was like,
So many other things you could do.
yeah, how about I just hike the entire way around Mont Blanc?
Oh, as you do.
As you do.
Which is how far?
I think for me, it's going to be about 160 kilometers.
Fuck me.
I think the total, having mapped the route, the total elevation gain for the whole hike is like over 4,000 meters.
Wow.
Isn't that Himalayan mountains?
Himalayan.
Well, it's at altitude as well.
And it's so I think the peak altitude I'll get up to is about 2,200 meters.
So it's an
It's
altitude.
going to be
cap.
hard work.
It's going to be
Yeah.
brutal.
And I see you've got your
am
boots on?
Yeah, I'm wearing them everywhere now. I'm shitting my pants. Like, I am not prepared for this.
That's okay.
But it's going to be a challenge. It's worth giving it a crack. So,
What's the longest day that you've got
The
planned?
longest
Yeah, I was gonna say
day
that.
is the first day.
Oh, get it out of the way.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ. It's 23
He's
k's.
not going to help you, I'm sorry.
23 k's from
call
Chamonix
him
to Le Plan Glacier, which is where I'm staying. But the refuge I'm staying is at like 2,000 meters elevation. So it's literally
The day
just
sucks.
uphill the whole way.
That's heavy on your first day.
Oh, it's brutal.
Altitude.
And I was looking at before, I planned the second day, which was getting out of there back down to another spot. And it was like 5 k's the next day, but I was losing 1,000 meters
Oh,
elevation.
that means you're
in front
fucked
of
for
me.
the
You're
third
like
day.
plodding
What?
the whole
I'm
way.
not doing that. I'm changing it because the max gradient was like 27% down.
Yeah,
Oh
your knees
my
would be
God.
I
hammered
would
after
literally
that.
just go down on my ass
Yeah.
and just
roll.
sled it the whole way. So it's going to
wow.
be pretty mental.
And how
but
much equipment are you carrying?
I have to carry everything with me.
Yep. Which is
For
gonna
the
weigh
whole 12
approximately.
days. So the
Kitchen sink.
yeah, pretty much. No, the recommendation is not to carry more than 10 kilos in your
Yeah.
pack. So I'll have enough clothes to get me through the whole thing. Few bits of food here and there. Each of the places I
Fizzy
stay,
bars?
I've got
Yeah.
like just like Cliff Bars up the wazoo. Like I'll probably shell them just to give myself some other storage because I just honestly, it's
I believe we have someone here that can probably help you with that.
I hope they're the chocolate ones.
well, they will be after the whole thing. But
Where have
Yeah,
you
like-
been, Peter?
I'm not an endurance athlete by any stretch, and so it's gonna be a challenge. So, but yeah,
It's gonna be
leaving late August, I start the hike in 4 weeks, so I'm in an intensive training block for the next 4 weeks.
like it.
Do you
High
sleep
volume.
in tents or sleep in an
No,
actual
in
accommodation?
refuges. So they're
Okay.
little huts essentially.
Yeah.
They all range of different sizes. Actually, family friends just come back from doing it, and apparently, at some of them, it's literally just a massive mattress, and you all just
everyone.
What?
you just
Oh,
pick a
look
spot.
out.
You know what happens there.
Oh, big game.
I'm terrified. So I'm like, oh, cool. This is going to be fun. But yeah, cultural experience, bit of a mental, physical challenge.
Sure.
should
Love
be,
it.
Should be pretty
Be
good. So
physical.
That's just the mattress.
I don't know what you guys are going to do for 4 weeks, but when I come
We'll
back,
work something
I'll give you an update if I'm still alive. So, well, there are deaths that happen on this hike. It's pretty serious.
You can't get out.
I've had shit boyfriends, and you're the first good one. And I have, and if you die, I swear to God,
I'll kill you.
Yeah, if you die, I will kill you.
I'm suing you for emotional damage.
So, no worries. I'll just leave. I've got travel insurance. If I die, then
Oh,
you
you're
gonna pay out.
can be
Yeah.
my beneficiary.
No, you come back to me,
buy a new
please. No.
Just replace me with another S5.
No,
That's
but
fine.
what was really cool is that Soundman put his roots in an app that's now linked with Strava, and you could zoom into it and you could see like the elevation and
So
all.
yeah.
you're not going to be doing anything for 4 weeks, but watching the screen. Like,
Have you got live tracking?
No.
Okay.
But there is this really good new app, Fat Map, which I've found.
Yeah, I've heard that,
that's
yeah.
Strava, and it links with Strava, so it pulls everyone's Strava routes, like whether it be and it's really good for mountain biking because it's all off-road stuff. Great for mountain biking, cross stuff, and it just pulls all that data, and you can just create routes. You
Yeah.
drop 2 points on a map, and it will just go how many people
I
have done
reckon
this
Queen
bit.
Latifah did
And it's
this
great.
yesterday.
You do like fly-throughs. It's all 3D elevation. Gives you all the maximum gradients or your elevation gain lost. It's fantastic. So if anybody's out there like wanting to find some
Die.
go walking
Well,
for
but just-
160 k's.
Well, but find some great like cross routes and mountain biking routes and stuff through the hills. It's actually probably a good little thing to pull up because
called what? Fat Map.
Fat Map.
Fat
yeah,
Map.
that's
It's
it.
free?
But it's by
Fat
Strava.
Map.
It's free to create some routes and to pull stuff down. Like obviously it's like Strava. You subscribe and you get more. You get better access. But for what you get for free, yeah, it's actually really really handy. So it's a good little app, especially for all you crazy people who are riding bikes off road.
Well, thank you,
Awesome.
Soundman.
No
Please
worries.
come back
Alright.
alive, and
I
also
will do my best.
Wang, you may go into your handpick
Yes.
for the week.
Handpick for the week. So potty favourite or even a potty host maybe.
Hostess.
On a 22-kilometre ride, definitely targeted. The fucking,
Yes.
That is not
what have we
target.
got here?
what's his name?
A time of 21:11 at 15.5 kilometres an hour.
Oh, yes.
Average watts of 246, just in that nice Z2.
Yeah.
Fairway off his PB of 13:24, which was back in 2016.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
We're gonna see that
little,
form
little
again?
tacker.
You probably were a little tacker then. Probably did weigh 65 kilos back
Nah,
then.
still 80 kilos. Forever 80 kilos.
The one and only Cash Me Outside.
Oh.
Back on the horse.
I may have done half an hour on the train afterwards.
Yeah, you don't put that on Strava, do you?
No. No one needs to see it.
I do. I need to give you kudos, mate.
I swear to God.
Get the extra
this
1
bloke-
kilometre.
I go on the trainer.
Yeah, he
What am I?
likes
What? Sorry.
This
I go on
bloke.
the trainer.
I love that you got to stop yourself from being ethnic.
I know it's bad. Anyway,
It's not bad, it's
so
good.
I'll get off the bike, and this bloke will just ding.
Yeah,
kudos.
he's about it.
He's
Yeah,
on.
he's a man
of the
What are
people.
you on Strava? Just refreshing all the time.
When
A
I'm at
little
work.
chip in his brain.
Jesus.
He's a man of the people.
I'm just on Strava. There's one of the old rocket riders. I don't know his pod name, but anyway, he says that I'm that quick to give him a kudos. He hasn't even got time to update his ride title before
Yeah,
I give
I
him a
know.
kudos.
Yeah.
It's a race for me to give him a kudos, for him to update his ride title.
So,
I like that.
all right.
That's good.
Sweet.
Good work, man. At least you're going up.
What do we got going on this week, Alex?
Well, next weekend, as you may have heard,
Road,
is the
road trip to Maipalonga.
Is it? Like,
My Ponga
driving
or
in the
my
car long
Ponga?
distances with you is
Ah,
scary.
Palonga.
It's only an hour. We'll be right. It's only four
So Maipalonga Frankie.
I don't know where that is.
State road
Murray
race
Bridge.
on the Saturday and the time trial on the Sunday. Are you doing both?
Yes.
You are.
I haven't
You
nominated
Take your crown back from last year.
Yeah, this will be three-peat.
3 in a row.
It will, if I
Wow.
win, it'll
If
be a
you win.
three-peat. Yeah,
Road
Cute.
race or TT?
both.
Both.
Shit.
I think it went something like this. Lap 2, I'm just going to light it up. And I was like, bye, Wang. See ya, the car.
Just hold my wheel.
I'm pretty sure I heard something like that from Nationals too, from a friend.
Oh yeah, Stacky.
Yep.
Yeah.
You love it. You love causing shit, stirring shit,
I do.
making shit.
I do. When the Wang bunch at the Nationals caught me,
The Wang bunch?
the Wang bunch,
Yeah,
I was
I
getting dagged with cramps, and it was good because he actually came past and I saw this, so I knew he was working.
Yeah.
Talking about that though, it looks like that
We're moving.
next year might be the final year in Ballarat,
Yeah,
which
and
is
then
shit.
there's rumours of Mount Cootha.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh, that's savage.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
So
That
it
was-
could
that was
probably be
one
the
of the
last year
options
for Nationals to be
potentially,
in
maybe.
Ballarat.
That would be way worse.
yeah.
Yuck.
But no, anyway, so there's that happening next weekend. There's also the following weekend, Sunday the 13th of August, Cyclocross State Championships.
Oh,
Where are they at?
Don't know.
No, haven't
TBC?
Oh, they don't
TBC.
pick the courses.
Yeah, I think just before.
maybe
Just
out of
before.
Jeopardy.
And as I
Yeah.
mentioned last week, or Frankie mentioned last week, Bike Melrose deep into August 25th, 26th, the 6-hour and 18-hour events. So I heard that's a bit of a party gig at the same time.
On that,
Yes.
there is some really nice. I saw Trailscapes are building some brand new trails up there around
In
Mount
Melrose?
Remarkable.
Melrose,
Yeah, Mount
It's a
Remarkable. and
remarkable
everything.
place.
I rode there one
Yes.
day from here.
You didn't get
I think
that.
there's some climbing up there too.
I rode from Adelaide to Melrose.
Did
Had a
you?
beer at the pub and then rode to Port Augusta.
Did you
Are
actually?
you
a day.
shitting me?
Did you actually?
Yeah, actual.
That's sick. I love that. I love that. I fucking love that.
300
On your own?
No, with 4 other dudes.
Who were the
we
dudes?
did 330 Ks at just over 30k an hour.
And how
All
did you
on the
get
road.
back?
All on the road.
Yep, all on
Would
the
you
road,
do
yep.
that?
How did you get back?
We didn't. We rode to Stirling North, and then
They're
the
still
next
there.
day we rode to Morgan,
Still there.
Little M Big Organ. And then we rode from Morgan to Renmark, which was a short day, and we hired a houseboat. And we got white girl wasted, and then left at 6 o'clock in the morning, rode from Renmark back to Adelaide.
That's fucked, man.
Hungover as fuck.
Pretty much. It was very
Love that
painful.
for you.
Anyway, Frankie.
Frankie.
I put my sheet away. Sorry. All right. So, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all creatures in between, if you've enjoyed yourself, why don't you give us a follow through your favourite podcast app or access all our episodes
Just
through
talking
YouTube?
about favourite podcast apps.
Shut the fuck up. Don't. Don't.
Please don't tell our listeners who have Samsung phones to download iTunes.
Do you have Apple Podcasts? I was like, are you actually being funny, Frankie?
That was genuine.
I know it was.
I was trying to help, but I wasn't helping.
I saw it and I was like, did she actually just ask one of our listeners to download iTunes on his Samsung?
Yes. Yes.
I
Anyway.
don't know. What can the person do? What can
Can't.
you do?
If he doesn't want to do
Google-
Spotify,
Google
then
Podcast.
You-
Google.
Oh, we do have it on Google.
Yeah, it's
Podcast.
on
Google
everything.
Play.
Goes
It's
to
on
everything.
YouTube.
Goes to YouTube as well, yeah.
Do it still goes onto
Yep.
YouTube?
Automatically goes up there.
Yes.
Well, we did have an AGM and we did mention that the possibility of actually doing some filming with our podcast
Yes.
in the future.
That way you can see when like the boob cannon comes
yeah,
out.
you can see the hands.
I know, I've
You
got
can see
moves.
the boob cannon.
We just need some sponsors for that.
Yeah, we
So
do.
shout out.
We
Trainer
do.
Road.
Anyone
So
out
we
there?
do appreciate people who
Athletic Greens.
do donate to the page.
the page.
But it is
the
very
pod.
expensive to, set up
Yeah, it
cameras
is.
and stuff like that.
It
But,
is.
I don't know if we get to that point at some point, then
Yeah.
Hopefully
that's
we
where
do.
the money will be going.
Shout out to people who have given us coffee over the
over
over
time.
The 2 years that we've almost been running. No, sorry,
Yeah.
year and a half. Getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so please subscribe, hit the bell icon.
Ding.
Jesus. And don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everybody.
We're also all over the socials where we give you updates, info, and let you know when new episodes are out, along with other podcast news, information, and where to donate as well. Just quietly, AG, the Peter James, Trainer Road. Come on, let's go. And if you want to support the podcast, head over to our Buy Me a Coffee page. And if you donate, we will give you a shout out on the podcast next week.
Ding, ding, ding.
And would love to hear your feedback, good or bad, to know your thoughts. So hit us up. Let's have a chat through our Facebook, Instagram page, and shoot something through to our email, radelaidesummit@gmail.com.
What's your joke of the day?
Oh, I haven't got a joke
I heard
of the
one
day.
the other day, but it is not.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
No.
We can edit it out if it's bad.
Nah.
No, there'll be complaints.
Okay.
There, this.
Has anyone got a joke?
No,
What do you got? Oh,
Let's
God.
look at Wang. Oh,
No, that's
okay,
not
that's
that's
it.
not funny.
That's
Anyway,
bullying. That's bullying.
Jesus Christ.
we'll see you out in the summit this week then, shall we?
Bye.
Yes, be
Okay.
safe. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.